The disturbing case of Bianca Devins, a tragedy shared online. It started with a photo. A haunting image posted to Instagram, grainy, unsettling, and deeply wrong. By the time Bianca Devins' family was alerted, the image had already spread. Thousands of strangers had seen it, most of them had no idea who she was. But that didn't stop them from sharing it, commenting on it, downloading it, consuming it. What they didn't know was that this wasn't just another post, it was evidence of a crime, and the beginning of one of the most disturbing true crime stories to ever unfold online. 1. A disappearance like no other on a summer morning in 2019. Kim Devins was on the phone with a private investigator. Her 17-year-old daughter Bianca had vanished from their home in Utica, New York. But this wasn't the first time. Bianca had struggled with mental health issues for years, social anxiety, borderline personality disorder, and often turned to the internet for comfort. Platforms like Instagram, Discord, and even 4chan became her world. Real-life connections were difficult, but online, she could be herself, no judgment, no fear. That came at a cost. In 2017, Bianca had already run away once to meet someone from 4chan. This time, she had cut off her court-ordered ankle monitor and disappeared again. Her mother was terrified. But she had a feeling where her daughter might be, too, a new beginning. Or so it seemed. After spending time at a therapeutic boarding school, Bianca came back home in early 2019. She had just turned 17. She was doing better, more hopeful, more focused. She planned to go to college in the fall. She posted regularly to a small Instagram following made up mostly of friends she actually knew. But that's the thing about the internet. You never know who's watching. 3. Brandon Clark enters the picture spring 2019. A 21-year-old man named Brandon Clark messages Bianca on Instagram. He lives nearby in Cicero, just under an hour away. At first glance, Brandon seems harmless, nerdy, awkward, kind of a loner. He shows up at Bianca's graduation party, talks to her mom, smiles for pictures. For everyone else, he's just a friend. But in Brandon's mind, he's much more than that. He wants to be Bianca's boyfriend. She tells him no, gently but firmly. She's not interested. She's going to college. She wants to stay friends. Brandon doesn't take it well. He believes he's owed something for the time he spent with her, for the gifts, the gas money, the messages. He refers to her as his girlfriend, even when it's clear she's not interested. Eventually, though, he seems to let it go. He even offers to drive her to a concert in New York City, where she plans to meet another guy she's been texting. Just as friends, he says. But that wasn't the whole story. 4. A night that changed everything. July 13th, 2019. Bianca, Brandon, and a guy named Alex attend a concert at a small venue called Trans Pecos, 4 hours away in Queens. Bianca has fun. She laughs. She and Alex flirt. They hold hands. Eventually, they kiss. Brandon sees it all. He says nothing. But his silence is loud. Bianca notices the shift, his body language, the way he avoids eye contact, the growing tension in the air. She shrugs it off. Brandon had supposedly made peace with their just friends status. Right? On the drive home, Bianca texts a friend on Discord about how great the night was. She even jokes about how Brandon seemed a little weird, but brushes it off. She's tired. She falls asleep in the back seat. She would never wake up again. 5. Instagram becomes a crime scene. Early the next morning, Bianca's family gets a knock at the door. It's the police. They've been sent for a welfare check. Someone online had reported seeing disturbing images that looked like Bianca. King calls her daughter. No answer. At that same moment, Bianca's sister Olivia screams from the kitchen. Someone had texted her a photo. Something she will never unsee. In the photo is Bianca, lifeless, covered in blood, a tarp, a body, a caption. Sorry, you're going to have to find someone else to orbit. Hosted by Brandon. 6. A murder planned in detail. Investigators piece it together quickly. Brandon had stopped on a dead-end road just 10 minutes from Bianca's house. He pulled over, shut off the engine, and woke her up. He confronted her. I saw you kiss him. I'm sorry. Well, sorry isn't good enough. She told him again they were just friends. She wanted to go home. That's when Brandon pulled out a knife and killed her. But that wasn't enough for him. He took photos of her body. He posted them to Discord, Instagram, and even Facebook. Then he called 911 and said plainly, there's going to be a murder. The victim is Bianca Devins. I'm going to off myself now. He tried. But he survived. 7. A video no one should ever see. The most chilling part? Brandon recorded everything. He attached his phone to the dashboard, hit record, and documented the entire event: confrontation, argument, murder, aftermath. When he learned that the video would be shown in court, he changed his plea to guilty. He didn't want anyone, especially Bianca's family, to see it. But prosecutors believed his motive was even darker: control. He didn't want others to know the full extent of his cruelty. On March 16, 2021, Brandon Clark was sentenced to 25 years to life in prison. 8. The haunting that never ends, but prison bars couldn't contain the damage he caused. Even now, years later, Bianca's family receives DMs, tags, even airdrops of the photo of her body. Trolls use it as a weapon. Strangers post it for likes. That one image still circulates. Her family fought back, pushing for Bianca's law legislation to make sharing graphic content with malicious intent illegal. But the internet is wild, and the law has limits. As for the video Brandon recorded, it's never been released, and it likely never will. But the photo? It still haunts the people who loved her. To this day, Bianca's mother is afraid to check her messages, because the worst moment of her life could show up at any time. All over again. Bianca Devins was more than a headline, more than a viral post. She was a daughter, a sister, a friend, a young girl who just wanted to be loved and understood. But in a world where obsession can hide behind a DM and cruelty can go viral in seconds, she became something else. A symbol of how the internet doesn't forget. A reminder that some things should never be shared. And proof that sometimes the most disturbing horror stories don't come from movies. They come from real life. And they're only a scroll away.